So, just after 12, I'm going to start by just letting you all know that this is going to focus on beginner's level of Pilates. So it's like an introduction. This will be my first live Pilates class. I've done a few classes for lifestyle fitness at the gym. So we're going to take it easy, take it slow, but still work hard and work up a sweat. Today's class is going to be focused on abdominal strength with a little bit of glutes and lower back. The main focus and purpose of this class is that I would really like you to pay attention to what your body's doing. So let's make sure the door stays shut. So just to focus on things like your hip stability, keeping your hips stable through the movement, keeping your torso and shoulders stable through the movement as well. As we go through, I'll be coaching you and reminding you of where your hips should be and where your torso and shoulders should be. It's a mat-based class, so we'll all be laying on the floor the whole way through. Just give me a couple thumbs ups to let me know that the sound is good and that you can see me. This is where I'll be working, and we're going to get started in a few moments. Just a couple thumbs up, just to let me know that everything's all right. Joseph, thank you for tuning in. Lisa, thank you for tuning in. Thank you, Joe. All right. That's what I needed. So, let's get this show on the road. We're going to start by setting up. This is going to be about 45-minute class, just under 50 minutes, depending on how everything goes. So it is now 12:05. We can all start by laying flat on our backs. This is our setup phase for this class. So I just want you to lay flat on your back and relax into this position. And we're going to start by lengthening the spine. So hands by your side, and I just want you to imagine stretching out your neck and pulling at your crown to lengthen your head. Tuck the chin gently, and you should feel your neck lengthen and ears move away from the shoulders. Push your heels down towards the end of your mat if you're on a mat, or the end of the room, and feel the legs lengthen. Keep your hands placed on the mat and just reach for your toes, or reach for your heels, should I say. Shoulders will separate from the earlobes. You should feel nice and long now. Bringing both legs together and pulling your heels in to your bum, bending your knees, feet flat on the mat. Reposition yourself. During this whole phase, take some nice natural breaths. The main focus of this phase is to focus on the breath, concentrate on what the body's doing, and alignment. Take your hands interlaced, place them on the base of your spine, or on the base of your ribs. And as you breathe in and out, I want you to try and breathe laterally, so out to the side and back in. So as you breathe in, you should feel your fingertips separate from each other. And as you breathe out, they should slide back together. Just take a moment here and breathe. So this is lateral or thoracic lateral breathing. Breathing into the back of our ribs and into the bottom of our lungs. Good. Continue practicing this lateral breathing through the whole of this class. Bring fingertips and thumbs together. Place thumbs on your navel, fingertips on your pubic bone. And while you're here, imagine your hips are like a cog and you're tilting or rolling that cog towards you. Your fingertips should rise and your back flattens on the mat. Roll in the opposite direction, roll back, feel an arch in your lower back and thumbs rise. Keep rolling between a flat back or an imprint and an arch. And all we're doing here is articulating the lower spine, getting some movement in your lower back. Remember to breathe out laterally and in. Just a few more. And all I want you to do now while rolling, just find that medium between that arch and that flat back. And what you should have is a neutral spine, a nice natural curve to your spine. From here, place your hands out by your side to create a T, and taking your hips to the left, right foot peels off the mat, shoulders remain on the mat, and you're looking in the opposite direction to where your hips are turning. Focus on that hand in front of you, and you're bringing it all the way over. Follow the movement as you roll all the way to meet hands. And back, follow that gaze. Stay in the same position. I'm going to change for your benefit. And over. And back. And over. In this position, you can use your block to rest your head. Let's do 3 more. 2 more. Controlling the breath. Last one. And rest here. Return to center. Reposition your pillow or your block, towel, whatever you have. And now we're rotating to the opposite side. Following our hand as we reach all the way over to meet palms. And back. And over. And back. And over. And back. 2 more. And back. Last one. Coming all the way over. And final time. Back to center. All we've done there is loosened up the upper spine and got some articulation, rotational articulation through our lower back. From here, we're placing our hands just behind the ears, and with our feet together, we're now going to open the toes and then open the heels. So your feet should be hip width apart. Get that length in your neck again. Pull your head away from your shoulders and tuck the chin just a little bit. We're going for an abdominal prep here. So, as we exhale, we're curling up through the neck, tucking the chin, and slowly just imagining one spinal column or vertebra at a time lifting off of the mat. Coming up, breathing in, and slowly, one spinal column at a time, rolling back down, chin tucked, and finally lengthening the head. We're going to do 4 more of those, starting from the head first, tucking the chin and lifting up with control, and back down. Keeping that neck long the whole way through. And again. Each time come up a little bit further if you can. Coming up. One more after this. And final one. Slowly return back down to the mat. And take a moment to relax. Get some length in the neck. Tuck the chin. Hands by your side. We're going into our 100s. So that move that we just done prepared you for this move to come. Hands by your side as if you're reaching for your heels. And on your next breath out, curl up through the chest, lift and hold. From here, palms face down, and as you exhale, you're beginning to float the hands. 3, 4, 5 on the exhale, 3, 4, 5 on the inhale, 3, 4, 5, exhale. Inhale, find your rhythm, exhale. So we want to do 10 breaths here to make 100 pumps or hand floats, arm floats. You might be moving quicker than me. Keep the chest lifted, keep the torso nice and fixed, hips fixed, just moving from the shoulders. Give me 2 more breaths. One more. And pause, slowly roll down, one spinal column at a time. And relax. From here we're going into shoulder bridge. That'll be our next move. Pulling your heels in just a little bit. You may also know this movement as a glute bridge, with the added exception that we are focusing on that initial pelvic tilt. So imagine the hips are like a cog, tilting forward and then lifting the hips from the ground with control. So taking your time, palms faced up for this, so you're not pressing down through the hands. Shoulders stable on the mat. Deep breath in. As you exhale, tilt pelvis forward, lift your hips, come all the way up to the top, pause for a breath, and slowly come back down as you breathe out. Keep those hips nice and stable. As you come down, feel your spine, one column at a time, touching the ground. Finally, uncurling the pelvis. On your next breath out, tilt pelvis forward, lift, hold at the top, and come down. Feel your mid-back one column at a time. Finally, your lower back. And lastly, untucking the pelvis. 3 more. And up. And down. Focus on keeping that pelvis steady. And up. Synchronize your movement with your breathing. And down. Final one. And up. And down for the final time. Beautiful. Gonna take a moment here. Pull both knees into the chest. Just a little light stretch and extend legs up. Gentle pull on the back of the thighs. Stretch out the hamstrings. We're going to build on that movement. Return feet to the mat. From that feet together position, open the toes, open the heels to find your hips. So with our shoulder bridge, we're now going to just develop the movement a little bit to challenge you a bit more. All I want you to do, we're going to do 5 reps again, but each time we'll be lifting a heel off of the mat, keeping the toes on the mat. And while we do this, this is when we need to focus on that hip stability, stopping it from rolling down or rolling up. Watch me first, and then we're going to give it a go. So, tucking the pelvis, feel that back flatten, lift the hips, and we're holding at the top. Just watch. On my count, we'll be lifting the heel, avoiding the hips rolling up or down. So we're trying to keep the hips stable, then dropping the heel again. We'll be repeating that heel lift 5 times on each foot, and we'll be alternating between the 2. So prepare yourself. On your next breath out, roll the pelvis forward, lift the hips, holding at the top. And on your next breath, lift that heel, toes touching lightly so you're not holding the weight in the toe, and back down. Repeat on the opposite leg. Keep those hips stable, shoulders stable on the mat. We're going for a second lift. Squeeze those glutes, keep your hips up. We're almost there. Two more. At any point that you need to come out of the position for fear of cramp, or you're just getting tired, then please do. Last one. Slowly rolling down, feeling your spinal column touch the mat 1 vertebra at a time. All the way down. Excellent. Extend both legs out. Lift one leg and just pull for a gentle stretch. Keep that leg nice and straight. And switch. How was that? We're going on to the next movement now, which is going to be a single leg stretch. So bring in both legs back to that feet flat position. Finding your hip width, open toes, open heels. And we're going to pull one knee to the side. So let's start with our left knee. Pull the left knee to the chest and lift the chest to the knee. Your right hand is holding the left knee and your free hand is holding the ankle. This helps with tracking. You want to pull the knee into the center of your chest. Extend opposite leg and switch. Left arm on right knee. Switch. Switch. Let's do 3 more on each leg. Pull the chest to knee, knee to chest. 2 more on each. Last one on each. Pull both knees in and roll down. And relax. Keep these legs together. Okay. So one of our warm-up moves was your hip twist. Legs were together. You rolled your hips to one side, kept shoulders flat on the mat, arms extended out. We're going to build on that movement here. We're going to start by lifting our knees over our hips. And imagine there's a bowl of water sitting on your shins. You don't want to spill a drop while in this tabletop position, okay? So you got that nice L shape through your knee and through your hips. Keep your shoulders stable. From this position, we are going to roll to the left first, looking over our right shoulder. Work within a comfortable range of movement. Lifting back up. Shifting your gaze to the opposite way that you're rotating. Controlling your movement all the way down. Come back up. And over. We've got 3 of these. Last one, both sides. You're moving from your core. So try not to yank your legs up. To center. Legs down. Just take a moment to rest. Let's try and develop that move. Just one more, okay? So, from this position here, if you can, you're going to extend one leg. And we're only going to do 3 fingers. We're only going to do 3 of these. We're slowly shifting hips to the left, keeping that leg extended, coming back to center. Switching and coming all the way over. To center. Switch and over. And up. Switch and over. Keep those shoulders stable on the mat. Switch. Stick it out with me. Last switch, final movement. Up to center, both legs down. Take a moment to rest. Pull both knees into the chest. It's a gentle hug. Hold this, breathe, Grab some water if you need it. So that was our hip twist. So check. Good for time. Bringing both feet back down to the mat. Okay. So keep those legs together. You're going to take one hand and raise it above your head. For me, it's my right hand, so I'm facing you. And you're going to shift your position to the edge of your mat and then roll onto your side. You have your block here for these side laying movements. Reposition. And I want you to extend your legs out just in front of you. So if you're on a mat, you're laying on the back edge of your mat and your toes are on the bottom edge furthest away from you. You want your hips to be stacked above each other and shoulders to be stacked above each other. Free hand resting on your chest, just in front of your chest, lightly. Your hands here just to support your core, not to hold your weight. So pull your pull your palms off of the mat just a little bit. From here, this is a side laying kick. So flex toes, and you're going to lift top leg hip height. So try to find a nice smooth line. Brace the core, and remember we're still breathing out laterally to the side, so deep into the ribs. Stay stable. On your next breath out, we are kicking the leg forward as far as you can go, keeping those hips stable. So try not to roll forward or roll back. Go as far as you can go, and then come back. And slowly, just a little bit behind you. And kick forward, flex feet, point toes, pull back, kick forward, flex feet. Back, we shift my weight up a little bit, kick forward. So all this movement coming from the thighs, not the hips. Final time. And back to center, and just rest. So if you want to adjust your head position, feel free to be block here, or rest your head in your hands here. Staying on the same side, well done for the side leg, side kicks. Staying on your side, we're going to point the top leg, top foot, and lift. Forgive me, we'll start again. We're going to keep the feet flexed, and as we lift up, imagine you're stuck between two planes of glass, keeping your hips stable. You should feel this in your glutes. Lower back down, and up, and down, and up, and down, and up, and down. One more time, and up. Keeping those feet pointing forwards and down. Bend that top knee and just rest. So this is working the glutes here. Front kick, working your core, hip stability massively. A bit of thighs as well, shoulder stability too. Bring legs together. Point top foot, lift to hip height. Imagine your toes are like a paintbrush. I want you to draw small circles. Let's go for 10. And keep those hips stable. Don't let yourself roll backwards or forwards. Once you've finished your 10,
bring the legs back together, bend the top knee and rest. Good. Alright, legs together. We're bending our knee, both of them, and we're coming up onto our forearm. So in a side plank or side bridge position. Get a nice right angle between your forearm and your torso, and shoulders should be over elbows, okay? Still keeping those hips stacked. This is a side plank, as I mentioned, so as you breathe out, you're going to extend the arms up, extend and lift the hips, so moving through the hips, keeping a nice smooth line. And from this position, we're coming down halfway, so we feel the outside of our thighs touch but not the hip itself, and then back up. That's one. Come down halfway, feel the thighs on the mat, and up. It's two. Three. Each time really lifting the hips away from the mat. 4. Last one. 5. Hold. Slowly roll back down to the mat. Beautiful. We're going to switch sides now. So shift and shuffle your position onto the opposite side. Back into our side laying position, resting your head on your arms. I'll shift down a little bit and make sure you're on the back edge of your mat, toes pointing to the bottom furthest edge from your mat. So first move again is the side laying front kick. So we're starting here, placing our hands in front of our chest, palms lifted, hips stacked, feet flexed. Deep breath in, lift leg to hip height, and on your next breath, kick the leg forward as far as you can, point toes, pull back, just a little bit behind your hips. Kick forward, pull back. 2. Pull back. 3. Kick forward. Pull back. 1 more. Kick forward. Keeping those hips stable. Pull back. Legs together. Just a little rest here. Next move is the side laying leg lift. Find your position. On your next breath, flex feet, lift legs to the side. Keep those toes pointed forwards. Don't let them twist up and back down. And lift. Down and lift. That's 3. We have 2 more. And lift. Final one. And lift. Control down. Bend the top knee. Just rest in this position for a second. Side laying leg circles next. Bring the legs together. Find your position. Hips and torso stable. Point the top toes rather. Lift that leg. And with the toes, just draw a circle. 10 circles. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, extend the top leg and rest. Well done. We're going into our side bridge again. So bring the legs together, coming up onto the forearms, bending both knees. Find that nice smooth line from the shoulders through the hips to the knees. On your next breath, we're lifting the hips, coming all the way up. Squeeze your glutes, lift, a nice big arch through, come halfway down, and up, and down, and up. Let's do 2 more. Halfway down, and up. Feel the thighs touch the mat, but not the hip, and up and hold. Slowly come down all the way. Beautiful. From this position, laying on your belly, and just rest your head in your hands for a moment while I explain your next move. So, let's have a look at time. Cool. We're going to place our hands outside of our shoulders, just underneath the shoulders. Forehead on the mat or the floor, and elbows pinched in to the body. From here, I want you to pull your belly button into your spine and scoop it up. So we're tipping or rolling that pelvis forward. That will help engage the abs and pull the belly button in, and holding that brace in the abs. This is a swan dive prep. From this position, on your breath out, you're pushing your elbows back and palms into the mat, lifting the chest off of the ground. We're keeping that nice natural line through the neck, so we're not tilting up or down. Keep a nice natural line. Slowly return back. Keep that control. Keep that line. Brace the abs. And returning to the start. We've got 3 reps of this. So let's get ourselves ready. Hands underneath the shoulders. Tuck the elbows in. Forehead on the mat. Brace the abs. Pull the belly button into your spine and scoop up. As you breathe out, drive elbows back and palms into the mat. Keep that brace. Hips should stay on the mat, might I add. And down. With control. And up. Down. Last time. Up. And down. And rest the head in your hands. So that was your swan dive prep. From here, let's have a look. We are going to come up onto all fours for one of our final movements. So in just a moment, you're going to follow what I do. However, let me show you first. Next, starting position. Hands below your shoulders, knees below your hips. So we're on all fours now. And just like when we was in our swan dive position flat on the mat, we're pulling the belly button into the spine and scooping up. So we've got a nice natural line in our back and we're not fully arched. From here, keeping the hips and shoulders stable. This is the biggest part of this movement. On the breath out, you're extending the leg back and pulling it up, squeezing at the glutes. Slowly coming back down and bringing the leg in. So this is front leg pull, okay? Join me on all fours. Hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Pull the belly button into the spine, scoop it up, and brace the abs. On your next breath out, extend the leg, point the toe, and lift. Squeeze at the glutes. Do not arch the lower back. Slowly come back down to start. Same side, 2 more times. And extend, and lift, and back down, and in. Final time, extend, and lift, keep those hips stable, and return. Opposite side, repeating final 3 movements. On the next breath out, brace the abs, extend the leg, and lift. And return. And extend, lift, and return. 1 more. Extend, lift, and return. Shift your weight back, sit on your heels, pull the arm forward, and just rest your forehead on the mat. Hold this position. Tuck the hips under. Get a nice little stretch through the lower back. And for those of you that might have a little bit of fatigue through your triceps, you can reach behind your head to stretch the triceps a little bit. Just spend another 10 seconds here focusing on your breath. Take your hands and just walk yourself back in. Sitting up onto your heels. And that rounds our first Pilates class, our first live Pilates class. I hope everyone enjoyed. It's our 45-minute class. So as I mentioned at the start, that was more beginners Pilates class. There was a few exercises that I increased the challenge and difficulty, but I was looking at, like I mentioned, your abs, glutes, and a little bit of lower back work as well. So I hope you all enjoyed. Please leave your feedback and you feel relaxed and ready for the rest of your day. Until tomorrow, I'll catch you all later.